My name is Alice Wong, and I am the founder and project coordinator of the Disability Visibility Project, a community partnership with StoryCorps. This video presentation will give a brief overview of 3 types of social media: websites, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll explain why and how our project uses these types of social media with some examples and provide some pros and cons of each type. Before I start, keep in mind that the DVP is just one example and there's no wrong way to do these activities. Each community partnership is different. Because our community partnership spans the 3 StoryCorps locations and lasts a year, I need a lot of help getting the word out and a way to keep interest high throughout the time of this community partnership. Your outreach needs might not be too intense, especially if you're in contact with your community or know who you want to reach. Also, not everyone is interested in using the internet or social media, and that's totally understandable. The first thing I'll talk about is setting up a website. Why does the DVP have a website? It's the main public face of our community partnership. It's a home for basic content about our project. It provides a link, otherwise known as a URL, an online address that'll take people to our website. It's also a central place to add new content and update important information about our project. How does the DVP use a website? I use a company called WordPress.com, and for $26 a year, I have my own website address. I created a URL, the website address, where people can find us, and I use the name of our community partnership, Disability Visibility Project.com. Companies like WordPress and many others make it really easy to create a website with templates to help me organize our content. This is what our website looks like if you type in Disability Visibility Project.com. Under the name of our project, you'll see in the gray section various pages a person can click on, such as About and Contact. Below that is our most current post on our website about an accessibility survey that StoryCorps is conducting. I divided our project's content into different pages. This is our How to Participate page. This has really important information for anyone who is interested in going to StoryCorps. This page gives details on how to make a reservation and what they should know. I also included various StoryCorps links to direct people to the right place, such as information on StoryCorps San Francisco, reservations, and frequently asked questions. The contact page includes the basics if anyone wants to speak to me. I included my email address and the links to our Twitter account and Facebook group. This page has the entire text from our press release. I might send out emails about the project, but very often those messages are deleted or forgotten. This is a way I keep the information about our project in one place that can be easily found. Why write a press release? Even if your community partnership lasts a few weeks or a few months, I think it's the most useful publicity tool that you can have. A press release should be short, informative, easy, and shareable. It should be on a website so people can easily access it. By putting the DVP's press release online, I can update minor details anytime. I don't have to repeat myself when I receive questions, and it's a handy reference that I can use again and again. Here are a few press release basics. It needs a catchy headline to get people interested in your project. It should include the name of your community partnership, how long your partnership with StoryCorps will last, who you're trying to reach, how to get involved, who to contact for more info, and links such as to your website or other social media. It's totally up to you on how much content you want to add to your website. It's not necessary to create new posts all the time. Just the basics are enough. However, having a steady stream of new content keeps people interested and your website current. Here are a few examples from our website content. I have people write guest blog posts, I profile our outreach partners, and I publish short excerpts of StoryCorps interviews to give people a sense of what our community partnership is all about. Here's an example of an interview excerpt. As I mentioned earlier, this gives people an idea of what the partnership is about and what kinds of people participate in it. For these posts, I transcribe a very short audio clip from a StoryCorps recording. Some participants share their CDs with me, or I'll use recordings of interviews I did with people I know. Of course, I always ask for permission before publishing, and this is a nice way to recognize participants and to highlight the diversity of our community partnership. I just went over a few basic features of the DVP website. Maintaining a website has its pros and cons. Some pros: it's relatively easy to do this. It doesn't require any special skills. It can be a record of your partnership's work. Most people prefer to have something online these days. You can also provide links to other websites and organizations that you're partnered with. There are a few cons for sure. For example, there's a cost for web hosting and keeping your web address. Please note there are some free website providers such as Weebly.com. You just need to do a little research and find the right one for you. Preparing and publishing content for a website requires some planning and effort. Here are a few final tips on using and creating a website. If having a website seems intimidating, you might want to ask your organization or one of your partners if they can give you a page on their website where you can post a short blurb or press release about your project. You should also take your time. Don't feel pressured to keep up. Make your own rules for what works for you. I'm going to talk about Facebook right now. Why does a DVP use Facebook? I reach a lot of people in disability communities across the U.S. with Facebook. I can tag individuals or organizations that might be interested in the DVP, and I can start conversations and build community from our partnership. Here's the main page of Facebook where I log in every time with my email address and password whenever I want to access the DVP's group. This is an image of the DVP Facebook group. At the top is an image of our project. Below, you see this message letting me know there are some posts people submitted that I need to approve. Below that, you'll see the first post to the DVP Facebook group. Usually the first post is the most recent one added. Our group has what's called a pinned post, meaning it stays at the top at all times, and it'll be the first post that all people will see. Originally, I had our press release as our pinned post. Right now, I pinned the post from our website about the StoryCorps accessibility survey because I want as many people to see that. Here's an example of a typical post in our Facebook group. I don't always post things that are strictly about our community partnership. To add variety, I share news articles or information from other organizations that might be of interest to our members. As you can see with the arrow on the right side of the screen, it shows over 35 people liked this post. And the arrow on the lower left side shows comments from various people about the item I posted. It's nice to see these kinds of conversations happen organically. Here's an image that shows you settings for my group. As an administrator of this group, I can control and adjust these settings. For example, the arrow on the left-hand side points at how I can change the group settings to public, closed, or secret. The arrow on the right-hand side points to settings I can make on how people join. Right now, people who are already members can add new members. I also approve other new members. Here are a few pros with using Facebook. If you're already on Facebook, this is an easy way to connect a partnership with people you know. It's a great way to reach out to people, often friends of friends, with little effort on your part. You can have sustained conversations and interactions that build a sense of community. Here are a few cons with Facebook. An email address is required. There are a lot of ads and spam messages. Like any environment, there are jerks and rude people that may be disruptive. You may have some privacy concerns on what Facebook can do with the content from your group or page. Members of your group may use or share the photos and content from your groups in ways you don't intend. But once it's out there, it's out there. So that's important to keep in mind before posting or commenting anything. At this point, I'm going to talk about Twitter, another social media platform. Why does DVP use Twitter? I think of Twitter as a megaphone out to the internet. Messages on Twitter, called tweets, can reach people near and far away. StoryCorps has a Twitter account, and I can share tweets from StoryCorps by retweeting them. The DVP can engage in conversations with people on Twitter as well, but in a shorter format, since each tweet is no more than 140 characters. How does a DVP use Twitter? I tweet new content from our website by writing a short message and include links from our website. These tweets also include hashtags. Hashtags are keywords that connect your message to a larger topic or issue on Twitter that anyone can look up for the latest tweets on that subject. Our project uses several hashtags. Hashtag disability visibility, which is something I created based on the name of our project, and two others that are already used on Twitter by other people. Hashtag StoryCorps and hashtag 8825, which is about the 25th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. The point of using these hashtags is to broaden the reach of these tweets about our project to different audiences. Here's an image from DVP's Twitter page. You can see the arrow on the right hand of this image points at a tweet from MCIL, an organization that supports our project. I retweeted it and shared it with people who follow our Twitter account. The arrow on the left hand of this image is something that I tweeted and sent out. This is a tweet about that StoryCorps accessibility survey that you saw on our website and Facebook group. Like Facebook, there are some similar pros and cons with Twitter. Some pros: you're exposed to other people and groups that you normally might not reach. You can join current and relevant conversations on Twitter. Some cons: it can feel impersonal. You don't know how many people even read your tweets. Like Facebook, using Twitter requires an email address. There are ads, also known as promoted tweets, that you'll come across. In real life and on social media, there will always be jerks and rude people. Here are a few overall tips on publicity and social media. To start, write a press release and create a website or blog to give your community partnership an online presence. Facebook and Twitter are just two other places to amplify your messages. As you can see from the images in this presentation, the links and content from the DVP website are posted again on Facebook and Twitter. If you want, include info and links of interest to your community. Or you can keep it simple and focused only on your community partnership. In conclusion, you can be as involved as you want with this stuff. While it can be time-consuming, it can also be a great networking and community building tool. Social media encourages interactions with others, and this engagement will build interest in your project. I hope you have fun and give these tools a try. Many questions about using social media for your community partnership? Feel free to email me at alicat155@gmail.com. If you're on Twitter, I'm at DISVISIBILITY. Thank you.